Hey YouTube, it's Kharyzma, and if you want to learn how to make this beautiful maxi dress, please stay tuned for this tutorial. Hey YouTube, it's Kharyzma, and today I want to make a maxi dress, another one, and this is going to be a simple tutorial, except I want it to have a slit on the side, and I want the back to have like bows in the back. So I'm going to show you how I make this. So right now I'm using a maxi dress that I made, and I have a tutorial on it. I'm going to use that as my pattern. If you don't have a maxi dress to use as a pattern, if you can see the top, if you can see the top of the dress, it's like a t-shirt. So you can use like a tank top that you have so that you could get that top part, the shoulders and stuff like that, and then when you get toward your waist, then you just want to make it longer and flare out more. That's what you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the dress using this pattern here, and as you can see, the fabric that I'm using is this lovely striped fabric. I love these colors with the baby blue, the purple, yellow, teal, pink, and then this orange. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out and come back and show you my next step. Okay YouTube, so after you have finished using your t-shirt as a pattern or your maxi dress, you will have your beautiful maxi dress. So your next step is you're gonna pin down the sides, all along the sides. See, like that. You're gonna leave out the neck hole and the armholes. You're gonna pin the shoulder tops at the top of the shoulders. Now, if you want a slit in your dress, what you're going to do is when you try it on, after you pin it down and you try it on, you'll be able to know how long you want your dress, and then you'll be able to know where you want the slit to be. I already measured it, I put it on, and I placed a pin going across to let me know when I sew it down, this is where I'm going to stop so that I can leave this rest open, and I'm gonna have my slit on that side. You could choose your slit on whichever side you want. If you want it on both sides, whatever you want. I want it on this side, so that's what you're gonna do. Go try it on, pin it down, try it on, and then see how long you want your dress and what side you want the slits on, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay YouTube, so after you've tried your dress on, you determine the length of it and what side and how high you want the slit to be. Now we're going to work on the back, and I have a dress here that has the design that I want on the back. The back neckline, see here on this dress, it has a bow here and a bow here. That's what I want to do to this maxi dress. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your maxi dress to the back side, and we're going to work on this top part here, because what I want to do is have the back lowered, and then I'm going to cut out here. So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to where your shoulder parts are, and you're going to determine, it's because I think it'll be different for everyone. But when I measured it on here, it was about, let's see, 10 inches long in the back. Because what you're going to do is take your scissors and you're going to cut from that shoulder part all the way down to however long you measured it. Mine was 10. And then you're going to come around and do that, because you're going to make that gap in the back so that you can later attach the bows, because you have that gap in the neckline, so you want to stay within that when you cut around. So you measure 10 inches long in the back. It may be longer or shorter depending on you and your size, and then you're going to cut down 10 inches, make that loop, and cut back up this way, and just make sure that the gap is not bigger than what that neckline is already. Okay YouTube, I have my dress turned upside down so you could kind of understand what I was trying to tell you about the back part. So I cut out, let me see if you can see that here, the back part, but it's not as long as I need it to be, so I'm gonna continue cutting. So you want to try it on to see like where your bra strap is, and so because you're gonna make that bow to cover your bra strap. Mine is still a little too high, and when I measured it, if you're dealing with stripes, it's easier for you to get a visual of where you need to cut. But if you're dealing with a solid colored fabric, then you're gonna have to definitely measure and make sure. But I need to cut mine a little bit lower, so I'm gonna go down some more. And when I measured it, I needed to go a bit underneath, a little lower, so that I could add 2 bows. That's how I'm doing it. And make sure you stay in between that neckline. You don't want to go wider than what your neckline already was, because you're just gonna kind of create problems for yourself. Let's see. Something like that. And it's not going to be perfect, but you can fix it up along the way. So it's really kind of like making a little bit of a loop. Right. So it's going like this. And this is optional. You don't have to do this part for your dress. You can just do what I just did and then don't do this part, and you'll still have a wonderful maxi dress with a slit on the side. And you also don't have to have the slit on the side as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dress to the sewing machine. Let me show you that back. See? You can see it right there. And I'm going to sew mine down on the sides. I'm going to sew everywhere that you put the pins. That's where you're going to sew, leaving out your neck hole and armholes. And also remember the slit on the side. So you are going to do that, and then you're going to do your hemming next, and then I'm going to come back to show you how to make the bows, these bows for the back if you cut yours out like that. Okay, YouTube, so after you finish stitching down your maxi dress, you are going to make sure that you hem the armholes, hem the neck hole, and hem that back part that you have here that you made a loop, if you chose to do that. Also, you want to make sure that you hem the slit on the side that you want. And the way that you do that, for the slit on the side, I just hemmed it, folded it over one time. Usually I do it twice, but I just folded it over once, and then on a zigzag I stitched that down. The same thing for the arm and the neck. Those I folded it over one time and then folded it over one time again and then stitched on a zigzag. So now you're at your last part where you want to, if you want to do the part where you're making these bows in the back, you are going to take with your scrap fabric, you're going to make 2 rectangle shapes, and depending on the size of your dress or the size of this little loop thing here you made, you'll be able to know, you know, how big of the scraps that you need. So you're going to need about 2. So you're going to take, you have 2 sides. You're not using 1 strip of fabric. It's 2 strips of fabric because you want it thick. You're going to stitch down. I'll show you closer. You're going to stitch across here, and you're going to stitch across here, and it's inside out, so when you're done with that, you're going to take it right sides out. The same thing with your other piece. This one is on a fold, so up here I don't have to stitch. I'm just going to stitch the bottom. The sides will be left open so that I can flip it right sides out. Okay, YouTube, so you should have sewn your 2 scrap pieces like I showed you. So now you're going to turn them right sides out. I did that already. And so you're going to make your bows. Now how you do that is you take it and then you're gonna make a knot. Like, see, tie it in a knot. Just like that. See? And pull it so you, be careful you don't rip it, the stitches. See, you have your bow that's like this. You do that to 1. And then you do the same thing to that other strip of fabric. You're going to take it and make a knot. Just like that. And you're going to kind of spread it out so that it could be a bow, just like that. So now when you have your two pieces, you have your two bows. So now you're going to go to the back of your dress, and I guess it would be best to put the back of the dress inside out so that you could add it. Okay, so what you're going to do is have your dress inside out. You're going to fix the bows so that, you know, you can see that it's even on both sides. Your bows are right side out. So you take it and you put it over the loops, and you can pin it down. You can use pins to pin it down and then try it on with your bra, so you make sure that these bows are covering up your bra strap. You can so it may take you some time to do it, and it's going to take me a while to figure this out, but that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to take your pins. So you may have a bigger bow at the top and then a smaller bow at the bottom. You take the sides of the bow and you pin it down to the hem of the dress. And it may take you a little bit of time because you're going to pin it down and then you're going to try it on, and then you're going to maybe have someone help you adjust it so that you know that it's going to cover up your bra strap. And then as far as the edges of the bows, you're going to want to hem that in some kind of way. But for right now, I'm just showing you how I'm pinning it down to the hem of the loop. So that's how it's looking. You can see the bows. Okay.